Hey y'all, hey, it's Skincare Sundays from Atlanta. I'm actually here just for a couple of days to work with a client, but as we all know, the airplane air is disgusting and it makes your skin feel gross. So luckily, I came with the Fleur and Bee sample pack edition of what they have inside is to die for. Rose water, toner, vitamin C, cleansers, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in my travel pack review, keep watching. I'm all done now. I think I'm ready for my review. So most importantly, I'm going to explain why I skipped the rose water toner. So in hindsight, yes, I would have used everything, but I was so intrigued and curious once I saw that the vitamin C serum actually said brightening, but then it said 15% vitamin C. So I understand, I comprehend. It just made me more curious now as into how much vitamin C is typically in our serums, because we do know serums are more for like the brightening, hydrating, glistening component. So I was more curious as into like, is 15% high? Is 15% low? What would it smell like? What would it consist of? And then a lot of the vitamin C items tend to smell citrusy. So I didn't really want to have like the rose water, which I already know what it would more than likely smell like, although I've never used Fleur and Bee before, versus the vitamin C. So at that point, I just wanted to use my discretion. So I didn't want to smell like, you know, a pot full of everything. So I'm actually going to rank the items from number 1 through 4, 1 being my top favorite and 4 being my least favorite. So number 1 will be the So Clean Everyday Facial Cleanser. The reason why I liked it was because it was strictly to the point. Like, I didn't have any questions, comments, or concerns. It had a peppermint component to it. It kind of gave me like a Dr. Bronner scent, and the texture made my skin feel good. The vitamin C serum. The reason why is, although I feel like they do provide a lot for just it to be a travel packet, clearly it's for a duration of a time span, but I feel like depending on the trip, it can either be too much or too little. So it's kind of like use your discretion, but most importantly, it's just a travel pack, so you don't really care about tossing it or not. Number 3 would probably be the eye cream. I'm torn in between 3 and 4 because the product that I liked the least was the Eyes Baby eye cream, as well as the Creme de la Creme moisturizer. The reason why is because when I look back at the camera earlier, those were the 2 products that gave the white film. When your skin has melanin pretty much, you don't want the type of products that gives you the sunblock vibes. And that's exactly the problem that I had with the last 2 products. With the eye cream and the moisturizer, it kind of gave that film where you got to kind of rub it in a little bit more in order to get the job done. However, the texture is amazing. The eye cream was silky, and it was overall just smooth, and none of these products really have a scent to it. So it's either pretty natural to the point that it's scentless, or the scent is like a hint of it. Like, if I'm not mistaken, the vitamin C may have honey in it. Not too sure though. Down here right now kind of feels a little, and y'all know I don't like but down here feels a little, and I feel like that's only because I smeared the eye cream pretty much like out, because it was getting a little annoying at the fact that I had that sunblock film component. And lastly will be the Creme de la Creme moisturizer. And the reason why that's my least favorite is because by the time I was done with everything else, I never had products, and this is probably more because I am a water-based kind of girl, and that's why I care a lot about hydration. And I know that water-based works more well for my skin type, because like being oily, normal to oily, being oily, I noticed that when products are super natural, they tend to have somewhat of a drying component to it. So yes, it's healthy. Yes, it's natural. Yes, it gets the job done. It still makes your skin feel. So that's why I love the water. So by the time I was already finished with the eye cream and the amount of eye cream that I applied, and then the stickiness that it kind of already gave, the moisturizer just added to the kind of feeling. So now I don't feel dirty, and I don't feel like I need to rewash my face, luckily. However, I do feel like right here, it kind of gives off, like I know that I had a lot of product that I probably needed to calm down. However, I was just so happy and just so interested in using this. So I appreciate the fact that I was able to receive the Fleur and Bee travel pack, because I've always wanted to use it. I had it for quite some time, but of course, due to COVID, I wasn't really going anywhere like that, so I didn't feel like I needed it. I'm going to link their travel pack down in the description box for you guys, just so you can take a look and research the brand if you haven't done so already. I've already found, I found them and are aware of them due to Instagram, so this was already perfect. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I hope I gave some decent tips. I hope I gave some tips and tricks that you guys will enjoy, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day.